All right, we will call the November 24th Board of Works meeting to order. We do have everyone here, so we will go ahead with the approval of the minutes from November 10th.
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of November 10th, 2025 as submitted.
I'd second that motion.
Motion and a second. Any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, approval of consent agenda. Any questions? If not, I would make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'd second.
Motion and a second. Any other questions? Not all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We have no petitions and comments by citizens, no reports of committees, boards, and commissions, and nothing under unfinished business. Under new business, we have one item, partial pay application number 17 from Wygan Construction for the fire station. You have the memo from Veritas on recommendation to pay $220,667.65. This will be one of the last pay applications. There might be one more for remaining work, but then retainage. We might have two more pay applications, but we're looking really good on that project and below budget, so it's all good. So with that, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion to pay the partial payment app number 17 for Wygan Construction, $220,667.65.
I would second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right. Approval of accounts payable vouchers.
I'd make a motion to approve the 2025 water APVs totaling $90,876.58, as well as the 2025 wastewater treatment plant APVs totaling $83,974.05.
I would second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on any of the vouchers? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, reports of city officers. Brian, you've got a water report, anything?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right, thank you. Sean, you have a,
Yeah, I have, like to ask the board to accept the resignation of Austin Chaplin, who we just recently hired. Effective November 18th, 2025, he's going back to his former employer.
I would make a motion to approve that resignation.
I'd second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right. And then Sean, you have a memo on,
Yeah, we have a return pump. This is the third of, we have 3 return pumps. This is the third one to be purchased to make obsolete the other one, but it's a quote of $27,550. It has gone bad, and B.L. Anderson is who our rep is, who we go through. The life expectancy is like 20 years, and it's 30-some years old. It's a direct replacement from the manufacturer.
any questions, board? Do we have a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve the purchase from B.L. Anderson of a return pump in the amount of $27,550.47.
I'd second that motion.
Motion and a second. Any further questions? Patty, you have a question? All right. If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, and fire has some obsolete equipment as they're moving into the new facility. They found some equipment that they don't necessarily need anymore. Some of these are radios. We do have some items in the old EMS quarters that will be available as well. I wanted to get those declared obsolete and either auction them off at on auction or have our own auction there. So I would make a motion that we approve declaring this equipment obsolete.
I'd second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on that list? Not all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, and Steve Rulli talked to me last week. We did not get this in your packet, but we do have a vehicle that was involved in an accident, was not our fault. Steve would like to get a replacement vehicle for that sooner rather than later. So you have that memo before you, Steve. I'll turn it over to you and you can let us know what you want to do.
Okay, so it was in an accident on October 17th. But to my knowledge, we don't have anything back from the insurance company as far as what the exact loss would be.
But it is totaled.
They have deemed it totaled. I think at this point, it was towed to the outfitter to determine what equipment was destroyed because it'll have to be replaced. So I don't believe we have numbers yet from him either. He's just going through to figure out what's damaged. So in the meantime, I've checked with both Ford, or all three, Ford, Dodge, Chevy. They're kind of limited what they have. The Ford, the one thing that they have left is one of the hybrids. While the price is kind of lower of the agencies that I've spoke to that have those, they certainly caution against them. I think their exact words were, "We'll never buy these again," just because of the downtime and maintenance issues and all the parts they're having to fix. There's the price of the Durango, and you can kind of see that it's right at $59.69. The one issue I feel like we're having with those is the top end of that motor. We're not getting the life expectancy out of it. While it is under warranty, right now the only options we have for service are the Dodge dealership in Warsaw. And we have a vehicle down there right now that's been sitting 2 weeks because they don't have the staff to work on it. So I did check Kelly Chevrolet. They do have a Tahoe. It is 52,880. I think I note on there because it came from the factory with some lights in it. That would be lights that we would not have to purchase from the outfitter or have to pay to have them installed. So I feel like the Tahoe and the Durango are pretty comparable. I feel like maintenance wise, the Tahoes have been far less on maintenance, and it does work out pretty well with McCormick. We can get stuff in and out pretty easy for maintenance. So at this point, I feel like my recommendation would be that the Tahoe is probably our best option.
All right. Counselor?
Yeah, I think at this point, when do you anticipate you'll get the other information with regard to the equipment?
We're kind of at their mercy.
Have you
Yeah.
heard anything more, Jeff, from the insurance company?
Last I heard, it was just going to be one of the subrogation process, but I hadn't heard anything further. I knew that Josh had been in touch with them, and they were going to take it over to the outfitter. That's about it.
I'm sure there'll be some back and forth on, the outfitter's going to say there's this much, there's no back and forth.
Will we be purchasing through one of the pools?
Yeah, so Kelly would be, they would
State.
they would
They would have the state pool.
for Chevy. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we had
Yeah.
bidding covered, and it sounds like we would.
I think I would like to make whatever motion we make contingent upon us settling with the insurance company and making sure that
Exactly.
we know when that check will come and all that. Jeff, any concerns you have?
If it will cover the cost. Insurance, because usually insurance, when there's an accident, it's a used, you buy it like kind. And so they aren't going to give you enough money to buy a new one. So it's not going to cover the entirety of the cost, I don't think. So I don't know how much we're going to have to come out of pocket on.
I guess you'd be looking to at least get the dollar value that the vehicle had for the accident.
Yeah.
In its then current condition. So that's right.
And I would say if,
And then it would just be a matter of covering any negative
Right.
balance at the end of the year.
So you want to make it contingent upon receiving final numbers from the insurance company and the outfitter. The outfitter.
yeah, and then if we need to bring anything back to the Board of Works, we can do
Right.
that at the next meeting.
And I think I can clear this with State Board of Accounts and the fact that it was just it's a timing thing where we
Mhm.
needed to get a replacement vehicle. More than
Yeah.
anything else, and we'd be okay with it.
I guess one thing you could put in the minutes of the meeting, I would assume, Chief, that to the extent that we're down a vehicle, we really need something. This more in the terms of an emergency to try and get something as quickly as we can.
Yes.
I thought I saw emergency on the
Request.
request at some point.
Right. I just wanted to make sure it was in
Yeah.
the, it was in the minutes of the.
So declare an emergency.
Right.
So I'll include it as being a declared emergency.
In some of the, when I got the initial information, they sent over. I had to go in and change the number because the one that I got information on sold today. So I go and change the
Another
number.
number.
So this one's different because this one is, I think it's not keyed alike. You can, if you were buying multiples, you could key them alike. This one's not. So the price was different than this. So this one that's left is this price. So
So the motion should be declare it an emergency and
Contingent upon
contingent upon.
the insurance. Yeah, and budget. Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion?
Wayne, you're always good at that. Well, maybe that's because you're fearless. Oh, you're looking at
If you go ahead and say whatever he said, then I'll be able to make it up.
I'd make a motion to approve purchase of a new police vehicle from Kelly Chevrolet to replace the existing one with contingency getting total dollars for the equipment on the totaled vehicle that we're replacing.
And it's an emergency need because we're down a vehicle.
And due to an emergency situation that we have with shortage of police cars.
Very good
Got it.
motion. Very good motion. All right.
I'd second.
All right. That's a very good second. All right. Any other questions? All right, Steve, thanks for putting that together. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Okay, anything else for the good of the order? If not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
I would second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. All right, everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving and we'll meet again on December 8th. Thanks. Adjourned.
Chief.
Yeah, tracking for under 10 minutes.